Alright, so in this video, I'm going to talk about my windshield height and my bar height. Let's check it out. Alright, what's going on YouTube? BK Low is back in the building. Up here blasting around the Catskills as the sun's going down. And I just wanted to cover a quick little topic of the most common question I get asked, either on Instagram or a lot of YouTube comments, which is, hey bro, how tall are your bars? Or, hey bro, how tall is your windshield? Or, hey bro, how tall is your bar in your windshield? I'm not kidding, man. It's a very, very common question. I get asked that question all the time. I actually really like the meme that came out a number of years ago about that exact thing, where it's like the guy buys the bike expecting like a bunch of girls to like DM him or something, but it turns out all the DMs are just people asking how high the windshield is and how tall the bars are. Yeah, seriously, I get asked that question all the time. But what I will say though is like it actually is a very good question, because if you do not get the perfect height on those two things, you know, especially if you're doing a lot of riding, it is going to make a difference. It is going to make a difference. You know, like for example, I've tried the 15-inch windshield on the Road Warrior, and it's just like it really just doesn't work for me with my height. You know, I'm 5'7", you know, I'm not the tallest dude, right? But when I tried the 13-inch and the 15-inch, they're pretty good until about like maybe 50 or 60 miles per hour. And then what happens is I get all the wind being deflected into like the top of my helmet, and I get this weird helmet buffeting that happens with those heights. Now, maybe I should just answer the question right now before I start talking about this, which is those actual heights. So, my Memphis Shades Road Warrior is an 11-inch windshield, and my Lucky Dave's Lucky 13 bars are 13 inches. Okay, so that is the heights on both of those. So yeah, you know, any higher than 11 inches on the Road Warrior, I just get this weird buffeting. And personally, I like having it as low as possible. I like to get at least a little bit of wind, right? So the 11-inch is the perfect amount of wind. It distributes it pretty evenly for me, where, you know, I've gone cross-country, I've gone to Canada with this fairing and been pretty comfortable the entire time. So that's the height that works for me, right? As for the bars, so yeah, as for the windshield, you want to choose a height that is obviously going to give you a good amount of wind deflection from your chest, right? But you want to make sure you know where it is deflecting that wind. So if it's deflecting it over your head, that's good, but if it's deflecting it in a way that's going to like give you that helmet buffeting, well, that's not so good. So that's why, you know, it is a good question to ask, because if you go with the wrong height, you could be setting yourself up for a pretty unpleasant ride at the higher speeds. As for the bars, you want to choose T-bars so that your arms are sitting parallel. That is the optimal position for blood flow in your hands. So like, you don't want to be like super low, like some of those old timers have with the really low down bars where they're steering at their waist. But you also don't necessarily need to have apes where you're reaching up to the bars. You know, I understand that it looks cool, but practicality wise, you know, I just don't know, I don't know how many miles you're gonna get out of that until you like can't feel your hands anymore. So yep, for me it's 11 inches on the windshield, 13 inches on the bars, and that's the perfect wind distribution. Personally, I think it looks really good. I just like that height. And those two heights match up really good because, you know, the windshield ends pretty much at the top of my bars. So they kind of break off evenly. So it works pretty well. So yeah, you know, I think it's a good question to ask people if you're trying to figure that out, because you know, you don't want to throw down money on that stuff and have it not work out for you. So it's a good question, as funny as it is. But yeah, I'm very happy. Been running these heights for a long time. I have no desire to change them. It's perfect. So yeah, I hope you could go out there, and if you're in the market for a fairing and you're trying to change your bars, you know, the best thing to do is just ask around. But better than that is actually sit on a bike that has them. So go to a bike night, go to a run, find someone that has the bars you're looking for, and just see how it feels. You know, that's what I did. So yeah. Alright, bro, so that is my windshield height and my bar height. I hope this was helpful if you're trying to pick out those items. Again, this is the Memphis Shades Road Warrior and the Lucky Dave's Lucky 13s. I can't get enough of them. They've treated me very well throughout the years, allowing me to put in the miles all day, every day. Maybe not every day. But yeah, I put in some serious miles with them. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, stay low out there, and BK Low is out.